Hello and welcome. I'm Mike Searles. If you're somebody who is stuck in a rut or feels like you are stuck and you want to get back on track, whether that's life, business, finances, in a relationship, whatever it is, if you just have that sense that you want to get back on track and you're asking the question, how do I get back on track? Then this video is going to answer that question for you. I'm Mike Searles, the Comeback Coach. I'm on a mission to help 100,000 people get back on track after a setback or adversity. So let's just answer this question then. How do you get life back on track? Well, first of all, what gives me the right to answer that question for you? Well, I know what it's like to be stuck in a rut. I know what it's like to suffer setback. And in fact, it's an interesting word, adversity. If you look it up in the dictionary, you'll see adversity means a setback or suffering. So if you are currently or have recently experienced some kind of an adversity, business, personal, finances, relationship, whatever it is, and you still have that sense or that feeling of suffering, you're still feeling stuck in that adversity, even though the circumstances of the adversity may have been and gone, you still are caught up in the aftermath. Then following 6 principles I found will help you, can help you as they've helped me in the past to get your life back on track. The first is mission. The second is purpose. The third is vision. The fourth is strategy. The fifth is action. And the sixth is accountability. That's mission, purpose, vision, strategy, action, and accountability. So what's my experience with these? Well, back in 2009, it was March 2009 when I sat in the doctor's office, the addiction office, the office of the addiction doctor, and I was sobbing. I was depressed. I was sick, sad, and broke, and suffering from alcoholism and addiction. And the doctor said to me, Mike, are you going to stop or are you going to be dead before the end of the year? And so that was my real wake-up moment. That was my moment of hitting the wall in my life. And so that began my journey on that day in that doctor's office to experience what a successful comeback from a setback is like. Addiction, by the way, a consequence of depression, chronic, long-term, profound depression that ended up requiring long-term treatment. But that's not what I'm suggesting your situation is. I'm wanting to give you just a small idea of what my background story is way back in 2009 to today, the beginning of 2021. Be answering this question, how do I get my life back on track? So you're in this situation and you're suffering. First thing I think is, before we even get on to the first step of having a mission, a personal mission, is to acknowledge to yourself that you are suffering. The worst thing that I found is to be in denial, to pretend. You know, we so much want to be positive thinkers. We're taught and we're encouraged to be the type of thinking where we think the glass is always half full. Well, sometimes the glass is just totally empty. And sometimes we need to acknowledge that. If you're empty, then acknowledge that to yourself. There's no shame, there's no harm in this. In fact, it's quite freeing. Look at yourself in the mirror. Even that's difficult. Look at yourself in the mirror sometimes, depending on your situation, depending on your circumstances. But if you can just be alone with your own thoughts and just acknowledge that you are suffering or you have suffered and you've had enough and you want to turn it around, you want to get back on track. So what about this first principle of mine, having a mission? Set yourself a personal mission, a goal that you become 100% committed to, and determine what that mission would look like. For example, mine was almost entirely about recovering my health after being depressed on and off for so many years of my life, self-medicating with alcohol and drugs, and ending up so horribly unwell, unemployed, unemployable, no money, just bottom felt totally out of my life. What does that feel like to be in that situation and to look towards a future that is much better than the present? Well, you need to create that and determine that that is going to be a mission. Set your mission. My mission was to recover my health and stay healthy and never pick up another drink or legal drug again. That was my mission. And so the second thing after determining what your mission is to clarify what's the why that's going to keep your mission front and center. And that's the purpose. What's the purpose in it all? What purpose is there in being committed to your mission? Well, I'm here to suggest that the purpose is just the same for you as it is for me and everybody else. And that is serenity. Now, if you look serenity up in the dictionary like I did, you'll see it's a very simple definition. Serenity is a state of mind which is calm, peaceful, and trouble-free. A calm, peaceful, and trouble-free state of mind. It doesn't matter whether it's money that gives you that, whether it's a new relationship or a relationship that had broken down and has been reformed, whether it's business doing better, whatever the mission is, I'm here to suggest that the purpose is what will keep you on track with your mission. And that is maintain serenity, a calm, peaceful, trouble-free state of mind. I mean, imagine what that would be like. I've got it now. I've worked so hard. I've got that. I have a calm, peaceful, trouble-free state of mind 24/7, 7 days a week, 12 months of the year. No. Only yesterday I blew up something terrible over something. It's not that you deny your humanity and that you're a human and that you have emotions and that we do have good and bad times. Not good or bad, good and bad. When you acknowledge that and you don't beat yourself up about when you lose your cool and maybe become agitated or even a little bit angry about something, it's the difference between staying angry and being angry. It's okay to be angry for a short time. In fact, can I quote you a very wealthy entrepreneur who said that something went wrong in the office. A staff member did something that was really, really, really not cool. And the entrepreneur was really pissed. And rather than, this guy's really positive, but rather than maintain a false positivity about this really negative situation that was going to cost this entrepreneur lots of money, he decided that he was going to be pissed for an hour. He decided that he would be angry on his own. He went off and he was angry about it for 1 hour. When that 1 hour was up, that was it. That was the end of it. And that's a good thing. So the first thing is to have your mission. The second thing is to know the purpose. And the third thing is to have a vision of what it's going to look like. What does it look like if you can imagine it in your mind, in your imagination? Create that mental movie, if you like, of what is life going to be like in that moment of having your mission complete as if it's already here and you've got that serenity. What's it like? What's it feel like to imagine that that's what you're aiming towards? You can actually think of yourself moving from that rather than to that. And that's an important concept. And I'm going to talk about that in a video all on its own. The concept of instead of moving to your mission, to your goal, you move from your mission, from your goal, as if it's internalized and already with you in the present moment. Number one, mission. Number two, purpose. Number three, vision. No vision, no decision. No decision, no action. No action, nothing changes. Nothing changes, nothing changes. Let me repeat that. No vision, no decision. No decision, no action. No action, nothing changes. Nothing changes, nothing changes. Number four, strategy. Have a plan. Know what you're going to do every day and do it. And that leads to number 5, taking action every day. What is it that you're going to do today? You're going to commit to doing today as a part of the overall mission. Have a daily plan of action, something that you do every day. My action every day was to not pick up a drink or a drug every day. My goal, my mission was to wake up sober and go to bed sober. What did I have to do during the day to make that happen? Well, it was quite simple. If I didn't pick up a drink or a drug, I was almost certain to go to bed sober and not hooked up on drugs. And that's what it was. I don't know what that might be for you. That's number 5 I found in the principles of how to answer that question, how do I get my life back on track? Mission, purpose, vision, strategy, action. Number 6, possibly the most important. Certainly you can't remove it. I couldn't from my plan of getting life back on track, and that's accountability. Quite simply, I'm going to put it to you, don't try and do this on your own. If you could do it on your own, you wouldn't be watching this video probably. There's a chance that you've been struggling and trying to get your life back on track, and so far it hasn't worked out for whatever reason. If you've been trying to do it all on your own, then that's one thing that you can change. Find somebody who you will be accountable for, somebody who will understand where you are, hopefully, preferably, somebody who has been through something similar to what you're going through, not necessarily specifically like drugs and alcohol or bankruptcy or divorce, not specifically, but generally adversity, setback, suffering, struggle. Want to get through that, get life back on track. So somebody who you can be accountable to, what does that look like, being accountable? Well, when clients work with me, I'm the comeback coach. I help people get back on track. How does that work from an accountability point of view? Well, when I'm working with a client, I'll ask the tough questions. Did you do this? How did that go? Why didn't you do that? Are you going to commit to doing it again? Are you serious? Should we even be working together? I mean, that's sometimes what a good accountability person does. They keep you on track, getting back on track. So there's my six principles, if you like, that I found that worked for me since March 2009, when I was almost at the bottom of the dark abyss, and I was able to come up and out and get my life back on track. And so to repeat one more time, those 6 steps, if you want to call them that, mission, purpose, vision, strategy, action, and accountability. Now, I've got, if you like the idea of that and you want to read more, I've got a free PDF which you can download instantly simply by going to mikesearles.com. It's mikesearles.com. The free PDF is titled 5 Steps Getting Back on Track Really Fast. And if you want a free copy of that, you simply have to go to mikesearles.com and grab your copy. I hope you found this of interest, but more importantly, I hope this has been of some help to you.